So I got to go back to one earphone. Um, all right. We did a draft yesterday. We got, what, 3 wins? It was not terrible. um, yeah, I think I'd be satisfied if I could get at least 3 wins a draft. Like I said, if I could get 3 on a premier draft every time, I'd be happy with that. All right. But I had to feel confident I could get at least 3 before I start doing premier drafts again. So, anyway, for now, let's flip this quest, see what we get. Okay, we didn't get a 750. That's all right. I think we will play some crazy decks this morning. Okay, so I worked on a trample deck after yesterday's draft, and then this morning I literally in the last like 2 minutes I put together a menace deck, so we're going to try it out soon too. And I worked on cats yesterday because why not? All right, let's run this and see what happens. So initially this deck was terrible, just terrible. So I worked on it and I think it's a little less terrible. Let's see what we get. I did win when I was able to get it to move quickly, which fits my play style. I'm an aggressive, sometimes mid-range play style. If I can get things to work early, I definitely have a better chance. So I had this deck working early at one point yesterday, and it did do really well. So let's see what it does. All right, Lumbermancer, interesting. So I played so many decks that just messing around here in Mythic to see what was going on, that I did drop down to the high 70s in percentage. So I'd like to get that back up. I don't know if you saw the video when I first made Mythic. I was so confused. Like, well, am I trying to be in the low percent or the high percent? And so finally pretty much figured we want to be in the high percent is the way this works. It's not golf. So, yeah, I want to get back up. 79% is not quite where I want to be. All right. This will give us the land we need to get that out early. Oh, good. We're getting land early. That's what we want. I don't want to get stuck drawing a bunch of land late, that's for sure. All right, this will get us on the board. Okay, Growth Spiral is not bad. I was afraid we were going to see an early counter spell. All right. Is this going to be... I feel like this is a pretty meta deck. Nothing special here so far. All right. What got exiled? Oh, smart move. Yeah. I need that. Well, might as well go ahead and put this in hand. Got some pecan pie coffee this morning, guys. Yum. Oh, it's hit the spot. All right. So when given... Yeah, let's go here. When given the chance, if I have cards, if I'm... Of course. Counterspell. If I'm trying to decide between something like... And I'm pretty close on a decision. If I can... Anytime I can play a card that's already been revealed to my opponent, I prefer to do that. If this is another counterspell, I tell you what. Let's get this up. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we'll go get a land. There we go. Okay, so... Oh, no! I was just about to put 1/1 counters on everything. Hey, Cat's won. Go figure that. Sorry for slurping that coffee this morning, but... Alright. We started off with a win for Cats. Yeah, let's run that again. That was cool. I love it when our Jank stuff starts winning, especially at this level. I mean, Mythic. We're not. So I don't know how much you know about the Mythic level. I mean, obviously I'm new to it, but you start off in the percentile. I can't talk. You start off in the percentiles, and then you work into numbered ranks. So we're still in the percentile ranks. So it's almost like there's like one more tier to make it. But it's still nice to see our cats doing some work at this level. Really cool. This won't work. This will not work. We will mulligan. Oh, this is gonna be tough sledding. All right, we'll keep this, but this is rough. All right, glass casket comes out quicker, so we'll keep it. And as crazy as it seems, I think I'm actually going to go with 2 land and actually keep more cards in hand. I may regret that choice. I'm probably going to regret that choice. Oh. Huh. Is somebody else playing Jank? Because I don't recognize that deck. Charm Stray. I mean, maybe it's just a straight mono white. And it's just like all the other mono whites. And they just happen to be playing Charm Stray. Maybe. But that's not a card you see every day. Not at this level. Of course, that might also be why they're ranked a little lower. I don't know. We're going to take some damage from the Charmed Stray, so I guess I shouldn't be talking too much trash on it. All right. Now we just got to see how much I'm going to regret going in with 2 land on this hand. Okay, I'm not gonna attack yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna regret the 2 land, keeping the 2 land hand here. I had a third land. Should have kept it. I thought maybe I'd get lucky early. Ooh, interesting. Okay, more Charmed Stray. Oh, really? What an awful draw. Yeah, I think this is just not going to go our way. This is just I think this is just a throwaway game, which is really disappointing after pulling off a really cool win last time. Okay. Charmed Stray and Archon. Alright. I'm going to go one more turn. Because if I can cast this on the Archon, we might swing this back in our favor. I don't think we're going to. I'm so tempted to concede right now. We're so far behind. But I don't know. I mean, a land would at least get that off the board. We'd probably still be taking damage because I mean, at some point, I guess I could block. Yeah. Okay, if I draw a land here, I could block. Wait. Let's say I get that off the board. Then I block. I still take 6 damage. Yeah. Now it's not a matter of should I concede. It's just a matter of math. Okay. So we had a good game, and then we had a really just bad draw game. So I think we can still run the deck with. Oh, what's up with the? Oh, you know what? We're having like ridiculous wins today. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it'll get going. Yeah, like my wife woke me up in the middle of the night and was like, "Is that a tornado?" I'm like, "A tornado? What are you talking about?" And the winds, like they're literally gusting at like 40, 45 miles an hour here. And it's supposed to be that way till mid-morning. It sounds awful. So that could be causing some internet issues. But hopefully it's not too bad. Early in the morning like this, I usually get away with it because there's nobody else on. Looks like my music stopped. Is that too loud? That might be too loud. Oh, I don't know if I want that low either. Alright, so we did not kill 15 of our opponent's creatures, so we may have to switch decks just to get our quest done, but I don't know. I don't feel like there's hardly anything at this level as unique right now as cats. Is anybody playing cat tribal at the mythic level in historic ranked? I don't think so. My other headphone. Is that a play on Judge Dredd? Judge Dead? I don't know. That's cool. Gosh, this is not a great keeper, but I think I'm going to. Just because if I mulligan down, I've had some really bad luck lately. Yeah, this is a bad keeper, but we're going to keep it. I mean, all I need is to get a halfway decent draw. I feel like it's better to keep a bad hand that at least has land than a bad hand that doesn't have land. Okay. Ooh, interesting. I've noticed more people lately seem to be using the shrines outside of shrine decks. I don't know if I like that or not. I mean, I guess it helps a little bit. It's like a 1/1. It's a guaranteed 1-for-1. Oh, but we got more. Maybe this is going to be a straight up shrines deck then. Which I don't know if I'm prepared for. I mean, I do have Banishing Light, and I think even yeah, I think Banishing Light will come in handy. I didn't put Cleansing Nova in this deck, and maybe I should have. I think it's because as many Shrine decks as I saw getting to this level, I don't know that I've seen. Well, maybe I have seen one in Mythic. Like I said, I think more of what I've seen is people actually using modified, like some shrines, not a lot of shrines. Okay, so we're dealing damage with this one. I could, what do I want to do? Alright, let's go here, gain some life back. I don't really like the way this is going. If I pull a Banishing Light, I'll feel pretty good. Okay, so if we do... Let's do this first. And let's go with a cat from each of those, and then actually use... no, I don't need them. I can put it in tapped, and then actually use a Johnny to put the counters on the cats. This time. Because I need board presence. Okay, now I think the music might be a little loud. But I love it. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. There, that's better. Okay, what was that? Board wipe. Okay. And I didn't draw a land. Let's go back here then. Target creature. Doesn't that say an opponent controls? That's so weird. Why is it acting like I can play it then? Okay. Alright, now let me think. We can go... Let's go here. And I think we're going to put cats on the board again. Or let's do one of each. I think by putting a cat down and... Oh, I forgot about how the stack was going to do that. I hate the stack sometimes. I have to remember to do things in reverse order. I had to put the counter on first and then the cat. Okay, let's go here then. So there is lifelink in this deck somewhere. Not to mention the other Ajani can give us life. So I'm not too worried about life total yet. But we got to get some balance back in the force here. Our opponent's life total is getting a little too high. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I say yet. If 2 every turn, I mean, it is something we're going to have to deal with. Okay, so now I got to remember, if I want the counter to go on last, it has to be the first thing that I do. So we want counters. Oh, nice. We are winning with Cat Tribal today. Love it. I messed around with this thing yesterday, and it played so terrible. And I didn't make a lot of adjustments. I just realized my biggest problem was I had too many 3 drops and not enough removal. So I took out, I forget what the name of it was, but I had a 3 CMC cat that didn't do a lot for me. So I took all 4 copies of that out and put 4 copies of the glass casket in. And so even that game, we didn't even play the glass casket, but we can still kind of feel the difference in the curve. So yeah. I don't know how many games I want to play with this. It's not actually helping my quest. But it's too fun not to right now. Although I I did just build a menace deck that I think will help the quest. So we'll see how many Mandare. We'll see how many we go here, and then maybe go to that menace. And then I've also got a trample deck I built yesterday. All right, let's run this. I kind of hated that that Pride Sovereign kept getting taken out in that last game because it can be one of the stronger cards in this deck. It gives lifelink, which has bailed me out on the 2 cats that it creates. And then it grows. Yeah, the lifelink bailed me out yesterday for sure. Let's see. Okay. So I think we're going to go ahead and exert on the next turn. If we don't lose it, let's see what happens. Vanishing Light, yep. Which one will it take? The smart move is to take the Pride Sovereign, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's definitely the oh, nice. That's going to make my opponent so happy. So happy. It made me happy. Alright. And I really hope I get the Great Henge out. I've noticed I make room for the Great Henge in every single deck anymore that has green in it. I just love that card. Is that necessary? Am I overdoing it? Maybe. Maybe I'm overdoing it, but I'm a big fan. Okay. And let's go here. And there's no need to attack because we'll just lose that. So lots of hexproof going on there. Double hexproof. Well, I'm not targeting my opponent, so oh well. Okay, now I need a copy of Vanishing Light to come up. Did I say Vanishing Light? Banishing Light. Alright. Okay, we're not going to get a trigger off of that, so we might as well play it. Okay, there we go. Okay, that feels better. So, I still can't block the flying, but depending on what our opponent can pull off, we might force our opponent to have to start blocking and do less attacking, and that'll be nice. Well, they really are into the hexproof thing right now. I don't, somebody has played a lot of maybe some red burn or something has really this is hilarious. There's 3 cards on the board right now giving our opponent hexproof? Yeah, I don't know what they've played against lately, but they are terrified of being targeted. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Now we gotta do some calculating here. There's only one blocker on the board. I think... Alright. There's enough in the air. We're gonna lose a Johnny regardless next turn in the air. So let's go ahead and down tick. And we're fine with that anyway because we're sitting on a second one. So we need to send at least one. Okay, first off, is there enough mana? Okay, there's no Settle the Wreckage. There's only 3. So now we can swing with everything. So we need to send at least 2 that way. Or do we send everything? No. No. Let's not do that. Let's go here. That's going to hurt so much worse. And since that's going to be blocked, I'm half tempted to go ahead. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and exert it. Although I should have done it after the block. Why did I do that? I need more coffee. That was so silly. I should have blocked first. Oh, it's still... Oh, okay. Hold on. So I'm thinking I took it out of combat. I didn't. All I did was tap it. All right. Yeah, my brain was not clicking on all cylinders there. Okay. I think we're good. I think we have our opponent in a position where they can't. A board wipe is all that's going to save them, I think. I don't know how they get out of this without a board wipe. Well, that might be one way. That might be one way out of this. I don't know. 3 damage. Alright, so they have 4 blockers. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have 6 attackers. Oh, okay. Now we're 5. But here's the thing. If I can just... I think we're still good because I can down tick a Johnny to give everything +1/+1. Oh, but there's a life link over there. Oh, that's going to make the difference. It's the life link. Maybe it might make a difference. It might not. We still have more attackers than our opponent can deal with, I think. I think we're going to have more attackers. Okay, so let's give everything +1/+1. Oh, yep, they did the math too. I thought so. I thought we were just going to have more attackers. Which actually, I didn't realize until the last second that they also attacked with Shalai. I don't know why they did that. Because that would have made it a little more difficult on the math. But yeah, they had 2 tapped creatures. So yeah, it was... I didn't even need to put the counters on. That's what... 3 wins this morning with Cat Tribal already? I think part of it is... And sometimes this happens more often than not. But we're facing... we're facing some... weaker opponents than we did yesterday. And I think part of it may be the deck. I think part of it may be that I slid from when I initially made Mythic. I've slid down to the high 70% instead of being in the mid 80s. I'm not seeing... I mean, we're seeing a lot of... It's interesting, and I think this does have to do with the deck that we're playing. We're seeing a lot of white, mono white. Either green, white, mono white, some combination. We haven't seen, and it's not all that we've seen this morning, but that's a heavy dose of what we've seen. We've seen a lot less. We saw shrines. That was odd. I haven't. Well, there's Karn. Oh, this is aggro. This is going to be heavy aggro. I don't know if we're ready for this. We'll see. We'll go here. A glass casket may come in handy here too. I haven't seen a lot of the Paradox engine, some of those really strong meta decks. We've actually seen, I'm going to say we've seen more Jank from our opponents this morning, which is really interesting. Okay, this one grows. I think I'm going to get rid of that one, even though Ginger Brute is going to get through unblocked later. And there may be, I'm sure there's a plan to equip Ginger Brute, but I know that one grows. I've seen that one grow and get crazy before. What is its name? It's been so long. This is cool. Somebody's bringing out some old stuff. Surferin the Hedgehammer. I have not seen that card played in a long time. Alright, let's go here and see if maybe getting extra creatures on the board helps after we drop land. Although I am now sitting on a Banishing Light that maybe I should... Oh, see, it's trying to work in tandem here. I need to get rid of that. Yeah, we're going to have to go Banishing Light on that. Wow. See, I had a feeling. That's why I got rid of the first one. Okay, and let's not attack. My aggressive nature has to be put in check for the moment. Okay, so they paid to 1 to make him unblockable. Now they're going to pump it. So now I'm down to 1. Alright. Gosh, I just need... I need lifelink, and we'd be back in it. So this is just going to be unblockable next turn. There's nothing... There's no lifelink. There's nothing I can do, so... Good game. I don't emote. So my opponents never get to actually see me say good game. But if they'd watch the stream, they would hear me say good game. So it's on them. I don't do emotes. I really don't like the emotes and how it works anyway. Then you get people doing the whole good game before they won or lost. It should always be the loser. That's my theory. All right, let's run at least one more with the cats. We didn't stand a chance against that deck, but what I like about running this cat deck, I didn't see it as much yesterday, but we're definitely seeing it this morning, is we're seeing some different brews in our opponents. This is nice. Like, I didn't enjoy losing, but I really enjoyed that last deck, seeing how different it was. And not different as in I've never seen that before. I have seen it, but don't see it at this level much. Okay, so we have early removal. That's about the only thing we can play early. So let's see how this goes. Excuse me. Ooh, is this going to be mono black maybe? I didn't have much success the last time I took my mono black for a spin. Okay, more veto. That's pretty much all we see. All we see these days. Veto and the what's it called, Blight Priest. Those are very meta right now. Okay, I don't know if I want to take that one out just yet. Because the upside here is, I think no, what's it called? I forget. The combo piece that they're looking for. We have at least one more turn before they even have enough mana for that. Okay, so now we can at least put something on the board with this land drop. Okay, so now we'll get rid of Veto and drop another creature. So this is going to be good. So we slow down our opponent and build up our board. And our cats have protection from dogs. Hello. Oh my goodness, a third Veto that quick? We're going to have to pay really close attention to that. Okay. Gotta remember to get that order right. Everybody's got vigilance. Let's go. Alright, so we have to deal with losing some life to that scorpion, but... Oh, Grim Tutor. They're going to find the combo piece, which means we've got like a turn. And I don't have any more glass caskets. Alright, let me think. Is there any way... I could put enough counters. If I put 2 more counters, that gets us up to 5, 12, and 5. That's 17. I'm wondering if I can get enough to force a block here. I think we can do it. And that'll get Veto off the board. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, so if they block with that, and we're still stuck with Veto. Okay, let's do this. Let's draw a card. Because we can... Oh, is this still a companion? Are we going to have to pay 6? Oh, that won't be as good. Alright, so we have lethal damage. Oh, what happened? Well, that was interesting. I would have figured they would just block with the 1, because I didn't have lethal damage on only 2 creatures. I would have had to hit with all 3. Maybe they didn't tutor for the enchantment for the Veto combo. That would be strange. Why would you not tutor for that? Unless they were thinking they needed the blockers, which apparently they did. Yeah, if they would have had a blocker in hand, tutored for the combo piece, block with the extra creature, play the combo piece, game over. I almost don't want to stop. I am so shocked that we're getting this many wins out of this deck. I mean, it did not play well up until this morning. It got a little bit better yesterday. I will say that it did get a little bit better. I think I won maybe 2 games after I changed it, but before I adjusted it, it was horrible. And so this is surprising. What a weird opening hand. I mean, I can keep it. It's functionable. But how long until I get more land and more creatures? Oh. Such a risk. But I like taking risks with these hands. Alright, I'm taking the risk. This is ridiculous, but it's almost like I'm going to force this deck to lose to make myself switch, because I really want to show you my menace deck. So let's do that. Let's see if we can force a loss. I mean, not literally, but with our choice of opening hand, we may have forced a loss here. Alright, so let's get... Oh my goodness. I guess we're going to have to bring in our companion. We have no creatures and all these other cards. So crazy. Oh, I hate that card. I don't know that it's done a lot of damage to me since the first time I saw it. But the first time it was played across from me, it did so much damage. And I think my opponent even got them stacked, had two of them stacked up. And I was trying to deal with so many other things my opponent was doing. And that card just kept coming. Okay, let's get that down. Panharmonicon. So this feels like a much more meta deck now than what we've been facing. Okay. Let's get something on the battlefield finally. I almost think we should take out that Panharmonicon too, though. I mean, I have another Banishing Light. Yeah. I think I'll feel better just getting rid of that. I want to build a deck around it, but I gotta get some wild cards first. Which I might, if I can get up to enough to buy the Battle Pass before the end of the season. Which actually, that makes me think we should be coming up on the end of the season. The new set drops next month. Ooh, I may have to go see how much gems cost. I haven't put real money into this game in like 2 years. Nah, that's not true. Maybe a year. Maybe a year and a half? I don't know. Something like that. I know it's been at least a year. Okay. So anyway, I might see about dropping just a little bit if I can get. I don't know how like small of an amount of gems you can buy, but I would consider buying just enough for the. I think I'm at 3,000. I think you need 3,400 for the Battle Pass. But there's enough packs in the Battle Pass. Surely I could get some decent wild cards out of that. Okay. Choose cards to reveal to your opponent. They will choose one of those cards to discard. How many do I have to choose? Reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to the number of creatures in your party. So 1. Oh. Alright. There. Choose that. That's a weird card. Okay. I'm not... Oh. Well, let's use one. Let's use one. Let's get rid of the only creature on the board. Which I actually wasn't even going to worry about that one creature. But when I'm sitting on 3 of these glass caskets, I might as well use one. Okay, is there a board sweeper coming? Because I'm not sure how our opponent gets out of this without a board sweeper. Okay, that I was supposed to lose that game. I kept a horrible hand. Okay, let's try again. Let's take a loss before we move on. Oh, I'm so stoked that Cat Tribal is on a win streak this morning. This is not how I thought the morning was going to go. What is this? Come on your turn, sacrifice creature if you do. Interesting. 5/5 for 3, but you have to sacrifice. Although if you are playing in a sacrifice build where you want that could be good. Not a bad card. My music keeps turning off. Alright, if it does it again, I'm going to close that down and restart it. Alright, let's see if I can keep a horrible hand this time and lose. Watch, I'll get a great hand this time. I'm not gonna force a mulligan into a bad hand if I get a good hand. But I'll take risky choices. Czar 707. Well, I wonder if we're gonna be facing something very meta and very Teferi like. Alright, I don't think this is as risky. I still don't have a creature in hand, but we'll go with it. I mean, I've got the land, so it's hard to say it's too risky, you know? Is that mono black, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so there's some green. Sanctum, interesting. Is it another? I don't think I want to banish that one. I'll have to pay attention. If this is going to be a shrine deck, Banishing Light will be our hero. We just got to figure out where. But I'm not convinced this is a shrine deck. I think this is, like I was saying earlier, I think they're just using shrines to kind of help this out. But maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not sure if Teferi knows. What's going on over there? Oh, come on. Figure it out. Okay, so maybe this is a shrine build. But now it's also energy. Interesting. I saw an energy deck yesterday that never got the payoff for the energy. So I don't know if there's something going on in the meta there where those are maybe coming up, maybe they're getting better. I don't know. Alright, which one is this? Is this a discard? Yeah, I think I want to get rid of that one sooner than later. Oh, 2 cards. Yikes. Okay, well, we're probably not going to see any creatures anytime soon. Alright, let's do that. We'll definitely get rid of that one with Banishing Light. Wow. Yeah, I wish I had a Cleansing Nova now. I'm not sure if we... Oh, okay. There is a creature in this deck. I think this is our loss here, guys. I don't think we're getting out of this. Alright, let's put some creatures on the board. Let's get rid of the one that's going to make me discard. That's, I think, the one that's going to hurt the most. I don't want to attack yet. I don't want to lose a strong creature. Gosh, that card draw. Yeah, I think this game without a Cleansing Nova is almost a guaranteed loss. I don't know how we keep the balance here. I mean, maybe unless we were playing aggro. If we were playing like just straight, maybe I bet goblins would tear this deck apart. If you got in like super fast, or just had a lot of removal that could deal with that. I have some, and that's what I'm saying. Cleansing Nova would be sweet here, but the problem, I found this out the hard way. I think I even made this blunder on stream. When you're playing with Cleansing Nova, you got to be very careful what you take with Banishing Light because you're going to give it back. Okay, I'm actually going to go... Wait, I should... Oh, I hate it when I forget what I'm doing. Okay, I should have had this down first. Oh well. Wait. Oh, we can take that. Let's take that. And this is still a companion, so we don't actually have anything in hand. So the discard's not going to hurt right now. Okay, so now either they can clean the board, or we might be in good shape. But with all that card draw, I'd say there's a really good chance they can clean the board here. I don't know, that mana base isn't... Ritual of Soot, I think, is black that could do it. That's an odd mana base to have a board sweeper. I think their best chance might be Ritual of Soot. Oh, but they can add... No, I think something... That's a lot of white. Wrath of... Yeah, yeah. I don't think we come back from that. No, we don't come back from that. Okay, we'll call that. I think that was a good game by our cat tribal. I just think Shrines is such a weird deck because it's not overpowered. You just have to have the right things to go against it, and then you can just wipe it out. But if you don't have the right pieces, once it's set up, it's set up. All right. Okay. So we got to get our quest done anyway. Let's go ahead and make the switch. Gosh, that was so cool though to have such luck. Okay, I literally, like 2 minutes before the stream, built this menace deck. I have no idea. I'm like, it's in the straight testing mode. Oh, I didn't even fix the mana base yet. Shoot, I should have done that before I. Like, it is absolutely. This is testing, trying to figure out what to put in, what to pull out. It is. This is first run. Now, I had built one a long time ago. I say a long time ago. It's probably been, I don't know, 6 months, give or take. I've built a menace deck before. Yeah, see, I haven't done anything to the lands. All I have is basic lands right now. I should have totally done that. I don't remember just how bad it was, but I took it away. You know what? I think I built it in standard. That's why I got rid of it. That makes sense now. When historic ranked became a permanent thing, I quit playing standard, and eventually, because I would sometimes play a standard deck in historic just to see how it would play, and I eventually quit doing that. And so I went and just deleted all my standard decks. That's what it was. I built Menace in standard, which probably makes sense. I didn't pay attention to how many cards are in here are just standard legal now, I guess. This is probably a standard legal deck. I don't even know. That may not be true. It may not be standard legal, but I'll bet it's close. That makes a lot of sense as to why I don't have it or didn't have it. Okay, well, we're getting good land drops here. Alright, so let's see. So the problem is this doesn't have menace, but it helps our creatures with menace. So I can't use that for one. Oh my goodness. It's not setting up well. And I don't know if this is going to be indicative of this deck, if it's just not going to set up early game well or not. I'll have to fix the mana base and then just keep playing it like it is to see what it does. I have some removal, but I may not have enough to deal with certain things. Like, we've got to be able to get things like that Pride Mate out of here. Wait, I don't want to hard cast that, do I? It's a 4/4. If I just hard cast it, you know what? So I have this here, and I put in what's the name? Bone Splitters, so that I can sacrifice a creature to destroy a creature. So the idea is to use those in tandem. And so not having a Bone Splitters in hand, I really was hesitant to take that then. But I mean, this isn't a good opening hand anyway. I mean, and this is a very meta mono white, so it just is what it is. We'll go back to the drawing board and try it again. I think we fixed the mana base. Actually, you know what? I have nothing here. We're done. Let's go fix the mana base real quick and just run it as is again. Because I think we almost have to see it as is a couple times, 2 or 3 at least, to have any idea what it's going to do. Okay, I'm trying to get my soundtrack to close so I can reopen it. We didn't even kill any creatures at all. Excuse me. Alright. I haven't even named it yet. I have this thing where I kind of hold off on naming a deck until I decide whether or not I even want to keep it. I need to probably go through and delete some decks. Just ones I don't intend to play. Alright, so let's start for sure with a land. Whoops. We'll go... Okay, yeah, let's take those. And those. Get a couple of scry lands. I think that's going to be it. Yeah. So then... double check, that's 16, 20, that's 24. It's not, I think 24 is probably fair. And then so we have some early game that we just didn't even get to see last turn. So, or last game. So I want to run again and see how things look. Oh goodness, I'm a little bit sore. Finally got to the gym the other night. Had to skip last night because I wasn't feeling it, so I guess I didn't have to skip. I guess I was just lazy. I was a bum. Jewel or Julie? I think we're going to go with Julie. I'm starting to debate whether it was a good idea to keep these. They really are okay, but function way better when I have Bone Splitters in hand. But we'll see how it plays. I'm a little frustrated that we got stuck with this mid-range kind of cost and none of our early game stuff. None of our 1 and 2 drops. That does make me a little frustrated. Alright. Let me click that button real quick and get back over here. Sorry. Okay. Oh, and now it's going to come up in my... on this screen, not the other screen. Okay, so I'm finding that this is kind of a late game card too, just because you have to get it on the field for 3 and then activate it for 3. So while I like putting a 1/1 counter on my creatures with menace, which is pretty much all of my creatures, I think it may be too costly for its value. Alright, can we move that? There we go. Get that out of the way. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put it down. But I think it may get cut. I mean, in theory, again, a 1/1 counter on all my creatures sounds good, but I think it just slows things down too much. And by not having menace, if it's the first creature I put out, I have to wait. Yeah, see, I have to wait on that. So that's a little frustrating. Alright. But let's do that. Okay. Interesting. See, I'm still stuck having a hard cat. That's the other thing, is a human. Which, I mean, I have other humans, but I feel like it has so many things wrong with it now. It's a human, so I can't mutate, which that's the other thing. Maybe I need to look at how many humans are in this deck. Maybe mutate's not a good thing either. I mean, there are other creatures with menace. I didn't feel like they were as strong, obviously. I didn't put them in. But maybe we need to decide on a direction there. If we're going to keep mutate, we need to maybe eliminate some humans. If we're going to keep humans, we need to maybe eliminate the mutate. Alright, we're going to hard cast it this time. I think having it on the battlefield is better than not. Is it going to get countered? Okay, I just looked up and saw that blue mana open. Okay, our opponent really does not like us having a graveyard. But that's okay. I don't need a graveyard. Interesting. Okay, see, this is where I've got that, what I'm going to call a combo, but... Okay. Maybe I do keep that. That came in really handy. And this one is really good, so I want to keep that. So maybe I like the humans more than I like the mutate. I think that could be the case. Okay, Death Touch is interesting. Oh, nice. Okay, so even though the one needed to be late game because it has it costs 3 and it doesn't even have menace when it comes out, and then it's going to cost 3 more to activate. I think the payoff was there. Okay, so let's see. So the payoff was there, so we'll keep that part. Let's go ahead and get that name there. But what we didn't like, so let's see, humans, human. Yeah, I think we need to drop that. Oh yeah, even Massacre Girl's a human. Now the question is, do we add in more interaction or more creatures with menace? Let's take a look at what our menace options are. We have this one that also acts as a land, as long as an opponent has... And I don't know if I like that, though. Return up to 2 target creature cards spoken for mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a Death Touch counter on either of them, then put a menace... Well, the problem is... What is it? 3 or less? I don't have a lot. That's... Well... Actually, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Huh. Oh, but it's total converted mana cost 3 or less. So it'd just be 1 creature. Okay. I don't know if I care for that then. I'm kind of wondering if having a 1-drop menace makes sense. Have something out early. Because I don't have that yet. Why not? And if it comes out late, it can be a 3/3 for 4, which is not that good. It's not a good late game. I don't feel like that ability is all that great either unless we need to sacrifice things, which we don't in this deck. Oh, let me make sure there's not a 1-drop menace in red. And there is not. Wait. Let's do this first. There is. Up to 2 target creatures. What about black now? There's another 2-drop in black. Okay, so which is going to be better? Stronghold, Confessor, which I don't know if I would ever kick. I mean, 3 power is not bad, but for 4, I don't like that cost. Or okay, Fire Shrine Keeper. 8 is a ton of mana to deal 3 damage to 2 target creatures. That's probably never going to happen either. Alright, we'll keep the other one. Alright, let's try this. We've got to craft one of those commons. Alright, sorry, I had to push play again on my soundtrack. Alright, Sweaty Guy. Good name. I hope it's not too accurate. Okay, we'll keep this. Yeah, we'll keep this. We got a little bit of protection early for those small creatures. We can kill one of those. Oh, that's interesting too. So this card does a lot of work in my Underworld Dreams deck, but I'm not sure if I like taking damage every turn in this deck or not. We'll see. If I win aggressively, which is kind of what we're doing, or trying to do rather, then I don't know, maybe. If it goes late game though, taking a damage or dealing a damage to my... Is this rogues again? This is 3rd or 4th time we've seen rogues today, and then I had to deal with them yesterday. It's getting a little tiresome. Okay. Oh, we could use that for lifelink. Interesting. I don't know if I'm going to do it this turn though. I think we're going to let it get a little bit bigger. And maybe even, if we get lucky, hold off until we get Bone Splitters. Take it, use it, and kill it. That could be really good. Alright, Sweaty Guy, make up your mind. Okay, he's keeping a blocker. Okay, so I know there's a rogue that can flash in. I kind of think that's what we're going to be up against. Okay, I know this is a crazy card. It gives an opponent's creature a death touch counter, but that one already had death touch, so that kind of worked out in our favor. Alright, I don't have my other piece to this puzzle, but let's go for it anyway. Oh, and our opponent didn't have the creature to flash in either. Interesting. I really expected there to be another creature coming in. Oh. Are we going to see the veto combo coming? I don't know, but... Okay, so that makes me think. Maybe I should try to find some removal for that. Which is actually not going to be that hard. Okay. What's the name of it? Feed the Swarm? Is a 2-drop black that can kill enchantments. Alright, what you got? I mean, if they have the other piece of the combo, it's over. So what do we have? That's not exactly the other combo piece, though. Oh, I think that card's gonna... That's gonna make the difference here. That might even give us the game. Could that give us the game? Yep, that's such a strong card. So it makes them have to be blocked by 3 or more. Okay. So I know Feed the Swarm could have gotten rid of that enchantment, but after winning that game, I'm kind of thinking I hold off. Although, it might be better than Bone Splitters, because if we have Bone Splitters in hand, but we're not destroying or sacrificing our opponent's creature, you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. This deck does not want to sacrifice its own creatures. It's not a thing that it does. So let's drop the Bone Splitters and go with Feed the Swarm instead. Now the downside to Feed the Swarm is we lose life. So is it worth it? I don't know. No, I'm really second guessing. Okay, let's do this. I do need some kind of removal besides the shock, I think. Let's just search destroy. Now this is a pretty popular one, but it only takes care of small ones until later when you can kick it. That's not bad though. Maybe we go with the popular choice. As an additional cost to cast a spell, or pay 4. Ugh, that's better. And that's another sacrifice. I hate to say it, but I may go with the popular choice. I mean, I like Feed the Swarm because it gives us the additional option of being able to destroy an enchantment. I don't know if we can handle losing the life. We've been fortunate that we can take our opponent's creatures with lifelink, and I think that's made a big difference. I actually think we might go with the popular one. Gosh, but giving us the versatility of killing an enchantment right now in this particular meta kind of feels right too. Although speed is what we're after. Let's go with this one. Do I have enough? Yeah, I got just... I tell you what, running out of wild cards hard. Okay. I feel better about this deck. literally threw this together 2 minutes before I got on. I mean, granted, I had built one months ago in standard, but that's been months now, like several months. I didn't look to see, but I still think this is almost, well, no, because I have a few cards that aren't standard legal. Alright, so I don't have any creatures yet. I don't like that. Not a big fan of that. But maybe it's okay. Okay, we can get rid of that. Okay. Okay, what is this? Oh, Constellation. Well, that makes sense. That interacted with it. So we're going to see enchantments, which, and I just passed up on Feed the Swarm, and now we know we're going to see enchantments. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and go here. Gains double strike. Yikes. Okay. Is it power 2 or less? Converted mana cost 2. So I have to pay the kicker to get rid of either of those at this point. Alright, let's take that one. Let's get some lifelink out of it. Let's get rid of that one. Destroy target creature, planeswalker, mana. Yeah. I can't kick it yet. Gosh, the flying. I think it's going to be an issue. Ooh. That hurt. No, I don't need to pay 2 life. Let's just get rid of that. Okay, now we're still stuck with 2 flyers. Where are all my creatures? That's what's hurting me. I got nothing on the field to do anything with. Okay, let's get rid of a flyer. Oh, come on, creatures. Okay, this is interesting. I gotta remember which one this does. Becomes blocked if any player sacrifices a creature blocking it. Okay, not bad. Alright. So we know we're going to be taking 2 damage as long as that flyer is on the board. Our opponent's gaining life. We have no cards in hand. Okay, but we can get through with an attack. Oh, nice. Okay. So let's get rid of the flyer. Let's slow that down. We might as well activate this and swing in for heavy damage. Why didn't I? Guess I should have just done that too. Okay. So we have dealt some damage, but we're going to take 2. So, oh. I didn't feel like we turned the tides that much, but all right. We could have left up to block. Well, I don't know what happened there. I didn't feel like we turned the corner yet, but apparently our opponent did. I felt like we still might not turn the corner, actually. That was a very surprising scoop. Okay, let's do it again. We might break out the trample deck I built yesterday, too. I really wanted to play this one to get that quest. And because I was really feeling this color combination after yesterday's draft. I'm trying to remember. My memory is so awful. Like, this is how bad it is. This was just yesterday, and I can't even hardly remember what we were doing. I think we were doing more mutate. Which, that is something I never really... I don't remember. I think I looked at the cards I had for mutate, and I think I just decided I didn't like the idea of building around it, because it just focuses on having one creature on the board. I don't like that. Okay. So now we get to see what happens with having this as an early drop. Following it up on curve if we draw a land. Like, this is nice. Oh, so which one would I rather... I think I'm going to get the early card draw. So we'll go there. Even though I like that. Ooh. Gonna see some pretty standard control magic, I think, maybe. Or maybe Demir... Well, no, I think pretty standard control. I don't think this is gonna be fun. Oh, we didn't get land? Oh, we still didn't get land. Well, that's a little frustrating. Okay, we're still going to hope that we're aggressive enough to get through. We'll just have to see. So there's life gain already. I think this is going to be a Teferi deck, and I don't like it. I don't know if we're going to be able to get in fast enough. They're already gaining life. Yeah. We'll go a few turns and see what it looks like, but I'm not feeling great about this at all. I think this is just going to be a bad matchup. Wow. Okay, well, we'll ping. Take one. And there's Teferi. No surprise. Oh, this does say creature or planeswalker. Interesting. But I don't have enough land to kick it. And it could still get countered, which is why Teferi is so annoying. So at worst, or at best, depending on how we look at it, I can deal 1, 2, 3 damage and keep him from being able to go down, but it's really going up that hurts just as much as anything. I don't think I'm interested. I just don't think I'm interested in playing this game. Could we have found a way to pull out a win? Maybe, but it would be such a drudge. I don't care for that. Okay, let's do this at least one more game before we break out the trample. I mean, if you think about it, there's very much a common theme. Even though one's trample, one's menace, it's basically finding a way to get creatures on the board that either can't be blocked, because if you have too many creatures with menace and not enough blockers, it just makes it almost impossible to block them. And then with my trample deck, if they do get blocked, the trample just runs right through them anyway. So it's a very, very similar in a way. Wait, what is that? Let's go. Is that the scry? Yeah, that's scry. Yeah, I think I will keep that. Gives us plenty of early board presence. And we'll go ahead. Okay, it looks like we're facing mono green, which I think we can get out. I think we can outrun it. I think we can outrun mono green. Oh, this is perfect because our opponent can't put a death touch counter on anything if they don't have anything, which is the drawback to this card. And I questioned putting this card in here at all, but I thought, well, maybe it fits the strategy so well, let's just keep it. So here we are. Okay. Ooh, our opponent. Oh, okay. Well, actually, since they discarded, what are they? Interesting. All right. I don't think I need 4 lands, so we'll go with a tapped. We'll go and scry. Oh, that is an interesting choice. I think I have enough land right now. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. I think our opponent's going to have to scoop soon. 1 land. Yeah, I think we may just win this one by attrition. Is that how you would say it? I think, yeah. It's hard to even count that as a win as far as like what our deck is doing right now. I mean, we'll take the victory for sure, but I think we got to play at least one more time. I felt like that was a good hand, though. So I think even had our opponent had something going a little bit better, I think we could have gotten underneath that mono green build. So typically, I think that's an aggro thing. Is mono green is usually, unless it ramps really hard and puts things on the board really fast, which it can do. But if it works a little bit slower, then an aggressive deck can get under it. But the cool thing about Menace is even when they start dropping creatures, they have to drop enough creatures to block it all. Which something like, elves could do that. But if they're just trying to ramp into something big, then we may still get around it. Okay, so it's not a bad hand, but we really have to rely on drawing another land. I think we're gonna risk it. I really like taking risks. So if we get an extra land, I mean, we got a couple 3 drops. I think this is the first game so far that I've gotten either of these in my hand, and I've gotten both of them. And which is good because I need to decide if they're even worth being in the deck because I haven't seen them in my hand yet. I mean, it's hard to think that this one's not worth being in the deck just by virtue of its strength. I haven't needed to clean the board, which is really what Massacre Girl does best. I mean, her 4/4 power and menace is fine. It fits what we're doing, but I mean, she's a board cleaner. So I actually think she might not fit in this deck. Okay. What are we up? Oh, interesting. So, whoa, is this Rogues with Luris? This is really interesting. Just when I was tired of seeing Rogues, I see something new with Rogues. Huh. Maybe we're in for something different. But I don't think I like it. I think Luris might make Rogues even harder to beat. Oh, and I think we are too far behind curve now. Maybe if I draw my shock. I don't know. I mean, if I can attack with menace, then I'm forcing. I'll force to hold off blocks. I'll force our opponent to hold off attacking rather, so that they can block. Maybe, but that's a maybe. Like I think we may just be too far behind curve. All right, well we're gonna find out because we did draw a shock. So let's see. We get that one out of the way. We swing in. It's only one, but it's it's showing our presence. We are here. We are attacking. Stinking Rogues. Everybody's playing them. Wow, 4. I mean, we want to get creatures out, but we wanted them out earlier. This is way too late. I really think it's way too late. The good thing is it only has a mana cost of 1, so either our removal spells will come in handy. Either one, if we can get it. Wow. Okay. I might see what we draw, just to see if we draw removal. But this is over. I really, really believe this is over. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're done with that game. Is it 8 o'clock? Almost. Almost 8 o'clock Central. Let's see. I'm totally taking some time off today. That's the beauty of making your own schedule. When you work extra over the weekend like I did this last weekend, you make up for it at the most opportune times. Alright. I think I'm ready to make the switch. The Menace deck... Oops. Okay, it's fun. It can be... Sorry. It can be effective at times. But if it doesn't... I think it really depends on the start. If it gets off to a good start, I think it's really tough. Did I play this yesterday? I don't think I did. I don't think I played this yesterday. No, but I did the exact same thing building this deck as I did building my landfall deck. Is I started out with that beast. I can't think of his name right now, but it's on the front of the deck cover. The 1-drop red beast. That's a 3/3 that you got to put your land back. And he didn't even make the first cut. Like, I put it in just as I was putting stuff in, and then I go to make the cut, and it was like the first thing cut. Like, it didn't even get to see a game. At least in my landfall deck, I had it out so it could play before I cut it. Yeah, no. All right. So I'm kind of wanting to see if I need to mutate that, but since I can't mutate it, I guess I may just play it. But I'm also afraid, well, I don't know, that came down pretty easy. I was going to say I'm afraid there could be a... Alright, let's go here. Counterspell. Oh, but now my creatures can't be countered. Oh, I keep forgetting. Okay, I got to get back in the mindset of this deck. Rhythm of the Wild. My creature spells can't be countered. Oh, but they can be destroyed. Yikes, that hurt. Okay, well. Now what? I think we go ahead and hardcast Gem Razor. I mean, I've got others in the deck if I have to mutate later. We'll just mutate later. We'll go haste and then a counter. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, we had to play something. No, I don't think I want another land. That's so frustrating. Because you're all like, oh, they can't get countered. But they can be cast down. Cast down. Okay. Let's just put 2 counters on this. I don't think I want to. Okay. Wow, our opponent's really mana stuck because they had to discard a really strong card. Wow. They're removing everything. Everything. But we really don't want something like that to stick. That Nicol Bolas, that's going to hurt really bad if it sticks. Alright, let's actually go with haste here. Oh, okay. Haste again. Oh yeah, our opponent's tapped out. We get enough hasty. I was hoping we could get that train going there. Get enough hasty creatures to maybe put it away in a. I have actually put games away that were, I don't know if they were at 20, but pretty close in one turn. If this deck goes off like it's supposed to. I won't say like it's supposed to, like it can. Let's go there. Oh, that stinks. I don't want land. I want a creature. Alright, let's swing. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Okay, I really need some creature spells to get this hedge going, because I get to draw cards from it. Oh, you're kidding me. I've got really cool stuff here on the board. All I need is a creature spell. All right. And see, the thing is, the longer this game goes, the more it leans into favor of our opponent. For sure. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The good thing is, our creatures can't be countered, and they're going to get haste if we can just get one on the board. Of course, now we have to deal with that. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, now will they attack? So this could be good, because if they attack, then they leave themselves open. Unless they've got another creature in hand. Oh, but that one creates a creature. That's why it's supposed to be on my side. Wow. This is downright stupid now. Downright stupid. Has anybody been counting? How many turns is that? That's got to be at least 4 turns in a row. At least. Wow. We are getting killed with our own... Oh my goodness. This is so ridiculous. Watch this. This is what's in my hand. I'm going to show my opponent what's in my hand. Take that. That's what I've been sitting on. Yeah, counter that. Wow. What a strange game. Our opponent was stuck on no land. We were doing great, and then all I could draw was land. I couldn't finish out the game. What a strange game. And I don't think it told us anything about how well either of those decks, or my opponent's or mine, functions, other than sometimes things just happen really strangely with draws. And I still haven't killed 15 of my opponent's creatures. Maybe I just need to... Okay, let's play this one more time, and then I'm going to go find something to kill creatures with. Maybe mono black. I don't know, something. I cannot believe I've played all morning and I haven't killed 15 creatures. Maybe I'll get... maybe my deck that has board wipes everywhere. But then I'll come up against a deck that doesn't have any creatures. That's a big part of it. Well, I take that back. We have faced some mono white early. But you know, we faced a lot of mono white when I was playing Cat Tribal. Since then, I feel like we've been playing either rogues or decks with no creatures. How much do we want to bet this is rogues? I just kind of have that feeling. I mean, the odds, it's not like we, you know, the odds are in our favor at this point. Wait, can we get that down already? Okay. So... This is an odd card for me in this deck right now because it can put a red creature on the battlefield for 3. You do have to sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step, which is a little frustrating. But what's also as frustrating is I actually don't have a lot of red creatures in the deck, I've realized. But, that being said, my main creature in this deck, the one that got used against me last game, that created a 6/6 and a 12/12 that smacked me in the face, well, it's red and green, so it counts as red. And so I can put it down with haste and start meleeing with it. Also, the... gosh, here we are stuck with those again. Doesn't matter. So anyway, it's red, and then that, what's it called? The boar. I forget the name of it. The red boar, it can come down, and this will give it haste, and only pay 3 for it, but when it comes down, it can put another creature in play. So for 3, we could put heavy hitters with haste in play. So, I mean, it has its advantages, but are you kidding me? Okay, at least we'll have the great... If it doesn't get countered, it's going to get countered. Oh my goodness. Oh, the draws and the setup these last 2 games have been awful. But again, we're playing against no creatures. I can't even get my quest. And more land. Maybe I need to cut land out of this deck. Okay. We might run it one more time, and if we end up... I don't even think I want to play this against this opponent now. Like, this is all we're going to see the rest of the game. This is dumb. Yeah, I'm not interested in this. I just don't have any interest in sticking around to play that kind of game. Even if I were to win, which I don't think I would have at that point. But even if I did, why would anybody want to stick around to play that kind of game? Yeah, that's that's where most of my salt comes from, is those type of decks. And I think it's because most of my decks are built for speed. And so I don't even build with sitting around doing nothing in mind. Like, I have a few kind of control-based decks, but even when I'm playing those, I've noticed I get tired of sitting around doing nothing. Especially when you come up against another opponent and you're both playing those type of decks and you're both just, here, destroy this, here, counter that. It's like, this is dumb. 16, 18, 19, and 5. So we're at 24. I don't know, maybe we could go down 1. I don't like going much lower unless I'm playing a super aggro deck. And this is I don't think I consider this to be super aggro. Aggro, maybe. I don't know. After this, I may go play some of my decks that don't have very many creatures just because I want to destroy some. For the stinking quest that's been going on all morning long. All morning. Alright, this is interesting. I can get an early drop, but I don't think it's a good hand. And I don't want to risk it right now. I don't think this is much better, but I'm going to keep it and see if I can draw land. Because if I can draw land, I think we'll get and set up pretty good. I mean, that's all I could draw in the last 2 games. Surely I can get 1. That would be extra frustrating if I go 2 games only drawing land and then get stuck not being able to draw one here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be rogues again. Maybe if I switch decks, we'll see something different on the other side too. All right. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't see that coming. Well, no, now I'm wondering what they're playing. Yeah, let's go haste. Oh, you're kidding me. Did we play this person already? Oh. Ruiz? Did we play Ruiz? I don't remember playing Ruiz. Let's go. Let's go here for now, I guess. Let's go with counter. Maybe we did play Rubies. This feels exactly like a deck we've already played. And this is a useless card right now. The last time I played it, it was useless. Okay, here we go. Should we take bets on this getting cast down? Oh, it didn't. All right. Maybe we're off to a start. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. I used to play that card a lot, so I guess that's fair, but... I don't know if we come back from this. How many times have I had to say that this morning? No, I don't know what I have in my deck that comes back from this. Oh, that's so frustrating. More and more decks where nobody's playing their own creatures. Like, I didn't bring creatures in my deck so you could play with them. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, maybe if we switch it up. But I need to kill... Oh my goodness, Merfolk was doing so good yesterday. And the Vivian Tribal didn't do bad either. But I need to kill creatures. Wait. Does my Knight's deck kill creatures? I don't know. It actually played pretty well recently too. I know I've got some board wipes here. But watch, I'll get stuck against decks that don't have any creatures. Let's try it and see. We'll go a few more minutes. I might stream later today. I don't know. I'm so close to the Christmas break. I'll definitely be streaming during the day during Christmas break some. Alright, we'll keep this. C'est la vie. Robber of the Rich. That's no fun. I don't have any way to take it out yet. And if I don't take it out soon, it's going to hurt. Because I think that one takes our creatures too. I don't know why that's a theme right now. Steal my stuff. I don't know if I can think of a more frustrating theme. Well, yes I can. The do nothing theme, which we've played plenty of this morning already. Which is worse, doing nothing or doing something but doing it with my stuff? I don't know. Well, I've already got that. Oh, I have to target a creature, so... Oh, darn it. Alright, let's do this. I don't really want to discard a card, but... We'll do that. But I wanted to uptick, so... So we got that upticked. And now we're stuck facing... Doggone it. My headphone's falling out. I'm frustrated at these games. My whole life is falling apart, man. There goes my planeswalker. And we started out so not depressing. We started out with so much success with our cat tribal. And then all went downhill. We should have stuck with the cats. Look at my cards going over there. And yet, here I am, continuing to play this game that I know I'm not going to win, and I know I'm going to be frustrated at just for your entertainment. Because I should probably just scoop right now. Like, that's how much odds I have of winning this game. I'm going to pay the 2 life. Alright. I'm going to kill Robber of the Rich. I'm not actually going to get back in this game, but I'll pretend like I'm going to. Interesting. Wow. Now my lands are going to get blown up. Is there anything else? Just when you think you've seen all the saltiness. What can make it worse? Blow up my lands. Wow. We'll discard that. Oh, okay, it's got 2. Ooh. Could that save me? Let me think here. I don't think it can. But it's worth a shot. 9 lives might possibly save me. Oh no, that's that stupid card. I hate that card so much. I hate everything about that deck and that game that I just played. I wish you'd give me one of those things, where it says, "Did you enjoy this game?" And I go, "No." No, I didn't. I thought it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I feel like I'm being tortured now. But I will be tortured for entertainment one more time. At least one more time. I don't know. I can't go too much longer. I have to make myself get off at least by 8:30. And then maybe I'll stream some more today. I may just not get through this simple quest this morning. It's hard to even conceive that I can't kill 15 creatures in 2 hours. How crazy is that? JDM 3. Alright. That sounds familiar, actually. This is not a good hand, but I'm keeping it. I don't even care. I might play my 9 lives early. Oh, are we going to be up against goblins? Why do I have that feeling we're up against goblins? That's going to make me salty too. But at least if that's the case, there'll be creatures on the board to blow up. I just won't have time to do it because they'll kill me first. No, it's not going to be goblins. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Izzet though. We could see some more colors coming, but I'm thinking Izzet. Oh no, we're definitely getting more colors. What is this? I don't know. Is it finally something different? Watch, it'll be something. It'll be something that can take my 9 lives off the board. What? counter yourself. Oh, what is this? Whenever this creature mutates, you may cast target non-creature, convert mana cost from your graveyard. Huh. Well, they're playing their own creatures, but they're also countering my stuff. So, I'm not sure how happy that makes me. Will I be able to kill any creatures this game? There's one on the field. I have something to kill it with. Alright, well there's nothing but open mana, so whatever I cast is going to be countered. Let's just try it. Yep. Do I want to pay for it? No. Because then I can play something else. Oh, I'd have to pay for the card draw too? No, I'll pass on that. That was ridiculous. Oh, was that the end of my... that was on my end step. I should have played that earlier so that I could... Oh no, I don't have the color combination. I was like, I got enough mana for that. Wrong colors. I was too busy trying to figure out that odd counter spell. Your opponent's control, counter it unless its controller pays 4. So it basically countered 2 things with 1 counter spell. Well, that's just downright ridiculous. Wow. I really need to go back to playing my cats. And now it's sitting in their hand again. Oh my god! And then they don't have to tap any more than enough mana to keep that in their hand the whole game, and just keep swinging. And I can't even put anything out to stop that from swinging now. This is stupid. Oh. I'm going back playing cats. Cats have to be the cure to saltiness, right? I don't know how my cats are going to kill creatures, but it's got to feel better, right? What a crazy morning. All right. Cypher 78. That sounds familiar too. I feel like I'm starting to see... Huh. Gosh, this is a weird one too. I like having land, and I'm afraid if I mulligan I may not get land, but I got nothing to play until turn 3. Wow. As much as I like taking risks, I'm going to try again. Well, this isn't a lot better. It's a little better. I'm going to actually put that back. Where are my cats? Okay, mutate. I'm not really afraid of mutate. I don't think. I might end up changing my mind depending on what comes out. Whoops, not that one. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. There's a part of me that wants to wait until it mutates so that we can get rid of more things, but I might regret that, so... Okay. So even if I don't draw land, I can play Kahira, although I'd really prefer to draw land, but we'll see. Okay, so that didn't get to mutate, so we could say that that was good. Yeah, let's go here first. Interesting. So it's mutate, but they're clearly trying to ramp into something else, is what I'm thinking. So I don't think mutate is the final payoff. I think there's probably like an Ugin or something. Or not Ugin, what's the other one? Ulamog. Maybe it's Ulamog. But it definitely feels like there's something else that's going to be the payoff here. Huh. Okay, I want to go with something stronger like the Felidar retreat, but I'm also considering taking... Alright, let's do it. I kind of want to take that off the board sooner than later with my glass casket. But... we've got that on the board now. Maybe we can still... Okay, so that actually worked out better maybe by taking that. Then we can take this. I'm still not sure how I'm going to get rid of that unless I draw Banishing Light, which will do it, but I gotta wait and hope I draw it. Or I can't just block it. Okay, so we'll get rid of that and then we'll have a blocker. Okay, let's try this. What does this get when it mutates? Oh, search your library, search your library, search your library. Okay, plenty of land. And... huh. 2 more creatures. Wow, that hurts. One of them has trample. So that's not good either. We can do a little bit of blocking. Not even a lot. Let's go here. So we can... okay. So we can gain life and create a target. Because our opponent will likely try and kill a Johnny, which means that buys us time. Because they'll be swinging there instead of at me. Oh, that's going to hurt. Gosh, I really need a Banishing Light to get rid of that one. See, it's weird because the upside is I can get rid of just one creature. I mean, get one of one creature and get rid of several at the same time. The bad thing is, if I don't get rid of it, well, I mean, mutate does have its obvious advantages if you can't get rid of it. Oh, and they didn't go after a Johnny, so I'm forced to block. Alright. Oh, no, I have to block that one. 7, 8. Hold on, let me think here. Do I have enough? I don't think I have enough. Yeah, I do, if I block these two. Because neither of these have trample. This is the only one with trample. Okay, I had to get my trample straight. Yeah, that's it. I wanted to try to figure that out. Okay, well, we finally saw something different, and we saw all those creatures, and I happen to be playing with the one deck that can't destroy them outside of blocking. But wow, I had no like removal spells that can destroy. I had some that can exile. Oh, I think I'm going to start a conspiracy. The game was playing against me this morning. Arena was out to get me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Not really, but all right. I've got to go. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging out and watching my misery. I'll get on later, maybe later today, and hopefully it'll be a little less misery.